Hello, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, we're going to be doing some prepping a car body for paint tonight. I see a lot of videos out there on using an airbrush and spraying car bodies, but there's not a lot of prepping and stuff. So I thought we'd take a chance to prep a body, get the seam lines off, and general stuff like that. So, hey, Simi, how you doing tonight? So I got this kit here. I bought this kit for a parts kit. I never did have intentions on building it, so we're going to use the car body out of this to do this. That in there, that out of there. Might get the hood out too, huh? Ah, dang it. I should have had this stuff out already, but anyways, I didn't. I apologize. Hi, John. So with this car body, what we're going to do is we're not even going to think about using an airbrush on this one. We're going to use just aerosols on this one. You know, prepping the body. And I'm not even going to prime this body, you know, because you can get by on using the one coat lacquers if it's properly sanded and stuff and not have issues with paint sticking. Hey, Fred, how you doing? Bird boy. Yeah, I think we'll get the bird, couldn't I? Bring her down. And then she just gets in the way, Fred. All right, guys, got the body out of the box. And so what we're going to do with this kit here, this body, we're going to be using Model Masters one coat lacquer. And then we're going to be using Model Master and the Testors one coat lacquer, the wet look. So you can see that you can achieve a nice paint job using these products without spending a whole bunch of money on clears and base coats and primers. So, you know, and this is, you know, a lot of guys out there don't have airbrushes. So, I mean, so this would be fun to do, I thought. Just, I mean, we won't get no paint on tonight or anything. This is just a general idea of prepping the body. So what I generally do is after I take the body out, I have a little razor saw. I don't like to use the cutters on these areas here because you know how it distorts the plastic. So I have these little razor saws. They work pretty good for this. I got to put my visor on so I can see what I'm doing. This way you don't distort the plastic when you're cutting it off. You know, AAP is always so heavy on plastic anyways. There. Oh, they got these ones in the frames here, so. I mean, you could use your side cutters. With AAP and their heavy plastic here. But you got the idea on that. So we're going to make this one quick since this body will never be built. See, when you cut with the side cutters, you guys probably can't see how the plastic, you can't. But the plastic got distorted and turned kind of white. That's a no-no. But we'll survive on this one. That's why I like using the razor saw. And sometimes on these AMT kits, Fred Henry did a video on it. On these door handles that are molded on, you can drill them and clean them up and make it look like it's open. But we're not going to do that on this one. We're just doing general preparation for paint. So that's all this is going to be about. I mean, go over there and check out Fred's video. He did a great video on that. So anyways. So a lot of guys like to wash their bodies in dish soap and hot water and stuff. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And you can see that this body kind of twisted. Awesome. But before I start anything, I will take rubbing alcohol. I use 96%. And I'll give the body a complete wipe down and clean it. The newer kits don't have the residue from the release agents like the older kits do. But this works just fine. I never had no problems with it. Give her a good soaking. Hi guys, how is everybody doing? I'm just working here. I wasn't paying attention who was online. Thanks, Fred. Model College. But yeah, I just like to give it a good wipe down before doing anything. Rubbing alcohol will take about everything off you want. You don't want to use lacquer thinner or anything like that because you know it'll destroy the styrene. All right, so let's say we got the body nice and clean now. We got, cleaned it with rubbing alcohol. Then I like to look the body over, and I know you guys all know these tricks. If I find a black marker, you can go around and any bad seams, usually you get seams up here along the roof line. Sometimes down across here, like there's one right here. I'll mark it. And I know you guys have all seen this. Another general area, there's sometimes seams lines up through here, and you'll get some down in this area too to watch for. So actually for an AMT kit, this ain't too bad. There's one here. And it runs down along the quarter panel here on top. And the roof line ain't really that bad. So I like to mark them spots. And then what I do for them areas sometimes is, you guys go to, a lot of you guys, I don't know, I go to Walmart or whatever store and get fingernail files, but I like these too. I have 180, 320, 240, and 600. And this is your basic store file. And it's got 4 different grits on it. One's real coarse, and it comes in handy for me. So Simi, what clear did you use? Yes, it is the Pro Street kit. Hey, Big Country. Sorry, I'm not really watching what you guys are saying here. I apologize. But anyways, back to what I was doing here. Sorry about that. But on these seam lines and stuff, I have I know you guys probably got these file kits too. They're a dime a dozen everywhere. I got this one here, kind of got a little bit of a half moon on it. And I'll use that in these rounded areas, which will help get some of that big seam off. You just got to be kind of patient with it. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Keith. Sammy, Big Country, Fred, John. Hope you're all doing good. But anyways, I like to use these files to clean up some of these seam lines up in these contoured areas and stuff. You know, there's several different styles in them, so they actually work pretty good. And I'm pretty sure all you guys do this already. Maybe so, Joe. The FW is doing pretty good. I'm just waiting for you to catch up. So that's what I do, is I'll use a file, like I was saying. You know, you get the flat files, you got square files, round files. And they all work pretty good in different areas. They all have their places. Like up here in this window area. I know it sounds bad for right now, but ATM has such a bad area sometimes, especially where they put the screw mark mounts at. All right, Keith, we'll keep on moving on it. But I like using the flat file up here on these rope lines and stuff, you know, especially where that screw piece was. Knock it down quickly and get her out of there. I know a lot of you guys do this, so this is probably boring stuff to you. And here at Tail Lake, that little spot, quick knock off. Now, you know, these are, I don't know if you can see that or not, but a little swipe and it's gone. Then you go back to finesse it with the finer files. They're around the headlight, bucket area, get the big stuff off. I don't have much luck with X-Acto knives. It seems like every time I go to use an X-Acto knife to clean something off, I always destroy or cut in a lot deeper than I want to. So that's why I like using the files. You know, this is just going to be your basic paint job. Just using aerosols without priming. And then we're going to progress up, you know, priming, using base coat, clear coats, different clears. I know that sounds terrible, but get some of that shit off there, stuff off there, I should say. Better be careful. YouTube will have my butt. Yeah, window edges and stuff, they always need cleaned up. So with the flat file, these metal files, or whatever, jeweler's files, whatever you guys want to call them, they're good to rough off the heavy flashing and stuff. I hate using an X-Acto knife on them. So after I get the heavy stuff off, well, you can see like the hood there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, but this edge here, there are matting areas. I should have used a razor saw in these areas. See how bad that was? I know it sounds bad, but it's just a quick little skim over, and you can't tell I really hit the plastic. You see how I came off? So files do work out pretty well in this areas. Hey Cliff, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. We're just doing a little body prep for paint. Just having a little fun here. All right, Fred, go pour your silicone. We're looking forward to that. Your videos are, your tutorial videos on the resin casting is awesome. And thank you for doing them. Yeah, you don't have to push real hard when you're using these files. So, all right. So we kind of got everything roughed out, you know, like this, you know, the heavy flashing and stuff. So then I'll get into my 180 sanding stick here, like this black line and stuff here. We'll just hit it real quick like. I guess I can't get it up in there very well. Just kind of follow the contour of the body. I mean, you guys have all done this, so I won't spend too much time on this. Because it's always nice to round these edges off a little bit. You know, they get kind of sharp. I mean, yeah, you should always check. Well, yeah, this head don't fit too bad. There is some gaps there, but we're not going to worry about the gaps. That'd be for a different subject some other time. We probably won't get no paint on these tonight. We're just doing our basic preparation. So we'll do another night on putting the color on. So then I go around with the 180 and stuff, and I kind of soften the edges up just a little bit, make sure there's no sharp edges. That's done. Go in here, go back over these a little bit. Kind of look it over while you're doing it, so you're satisfied with what you're looking for. Sometimes you reach inside, you get a little buildup of stuff in here on your sill here, door sill, door edge or whatever. Then you can go back and kind of hit a little bit, and that kind of smooths that out all around. But you guys already knew that. Or already do it, I guess. All right. Now we got, you know, up there in this fender area, more flashing. Sorry if you can't see it so well, guys. I apologize. I'm new at this. Yeah, I missed that. I don't know. Where's my little pointer at? Like on the end of this fender here. I can't see. If I can't see, I know you guys can't. But there's more flashing there. I'm just going to trim it with the razor X-Acto. Like I said, I'm not saving this body to use it, so you don't have to push hard with these sanding sticks. You know, take off a little amount at a time. Because once you start taking too much plastic off, it's hard to re-add that plastic. Most generally, if I was prepping this body before I painted it, I would be fitting the grill in and stuff to make sure there was no issues there, which we're not really going to do on this. All we're doing is going to prep, you know, like I said, for just paint on this one. And on the bottom of the rocker area, I like to just put the flat stick on it. Make sure it's all nice and, you know, even without taking too much off along the quarter line. Do both sides. Check your wheel wells and stuff. This one ain't looking too bad. Spray it, huh, Fred? It's not quite ready yet. You're funny. This will probably be a short video tonight. And sometimes if you can't get in with a sanding stick or whatever, you gotta get that X-Acto knife out, clean up little areas. I could probably get the sanding stick in there, but we'll do the X-Acto knife. Now this is just general areas to be checking for flashing and stuff. And I'm sorry I'm not reading the comments. I apologize. Well, you can do that, Keith. I've seen people just clear coat the bodies. Oh, yeah, John, 2K clear is great and stuff. But everybody wants to do videos on 2K clear, and we should have more videos out there for the beginners and the intermediate builders that don't have an airbrush, you know, to work with aerosols and stuff is what we're trying to do here. Now, the TS13, Fred, is a good clear. I mean, that stuff sprays so nice. But anyways, yeah, this is just your basic aerosol paint, you know. I pay $5 a can for these. A lot of guys don't want to go out there and spend 35, 40 bucks for a coat of of 2K clear. So, you know, a lot of guys don't prime their bodies. So this video is just primarily, you know, this live stream here is primarily just the basics of using an aerosol can and getting good results. Yeah, too tall. I just bought this kit for your basic parts kit thing. All right, so when you guys get all your flashing cleaned up, your edges, your seam lines cleaned up. I missed a sharp one here. Just a second. And when I'm using sanding sticks, I only like to go one direction, because if you go back and forth too much, the next thing you know, you're going to be happy. Just like that, just like I did. I want to get my video camera set up a little bit better for the next one. All right, so we're all roughed out. All the heavy flashing's off, screw mounts are off and stuff. Most generally, I do not dry sand my bodies. It's always wet sanded. You know, get your warm water, cold water, whatever water you want to use. I add a little bit of dish soap to mine. It just helps for sanding and cleaning the body. And I don't use anything lighter than 600 grit wet dry. This is 3M product. You can get it in anything you want. Let's see, just a second. Where's it at? Oh, then I got the 600 Tamiya sponge pads. These are great. So if I was priming this body, which we're not going to prime this one, we're just going to do straight paint and clear. I would, but if I was priming it, I would be using 600 on it. And since we're not going to prime this one, we're going to be using 1000 grit on it. So, but yeah, this Tamiya pads are great. If you guys get your hands on it, it's going to make what too flat? Joe, when I wet sand with the dish soap, you're taking particles off it with you, and it helps clean the body. Believe it or not, when you dry sand, stuff does accumulate, and you might not be able to get it off the body later. So that's the reason why I wet sand. But since we're not going to be priming this body, we're going to go straight out of the can with one coat lacquer, which lacquer paint will stick to it. You know, if you sand it, you could even get by on 1500. You know, so you don't have to worry about sand scratches because, you know, plastic will accept sand scratches much quicker than metal or whatever. So, what do I do with my scissors? Just a second. So I just cut a little piece off. Doesn't take much. Yeah, Cliff, I would say 320 is a little aggressive, depending on what you're doing. If you put some body filler in somewhere or whatever, you can hit that area with 320 to help, but I wouldn't use 320. That's just my personal preference. Like I say, I go no lighter than 600. I mean, this is 1,000 grit, and I know my camera ain't the best. You can see the sheen. That's dry sanded, and it don't take, no, you can't see it, but that's plenty for paint right there. 1,000 grit will take off a lot. So, but yeah, just what you're primarily wanting to do is just take the sheen of the plastic off. You're not really wanting to remove material. As you can hear, that 1,000 grit sanded. I don't know if you can hear it or not. That is 1,000 grit, and it's plenty coarse for this plastic. So yeah, that's why I like to use dish soap and water to wet sand. You're cleaning at the same time. You're taking any of the plastic sanding dust off. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, 600, beautiful. It would be good. Unless you're gonna, you know, if you're not gonna prime your body, Cliff, you can use 1,000 and be happy with that. Because the paint will stick, and I promise you that. It won't pull off if you tape it. So this is the way I do it, guys. I mean, I've never had don't have a lot of paint issues to speak of, not to sound arrogant or anything like that. But, you know, I've been painting cars for, well, going on 30 years now. And I've seen all the materials possible to use on them. Heck, I remember when I started painting cars, they were still using lacquer. Moved into the old single stage Centauri from DuPont. Then we moved into base coat, clear coat. Yeah, I've been around a long time. We'll get this dried off. Yeah, wet sand is a good thing. That's how I always do it. You can't go wrong wet sanding. I mean, you can dry sand, but you do get a little dust accumulation here and there, and this way you're keeping everything kind of cleaned off. I don't know if you guys can see that so well. You know, that's 1,000 grit. And I don't know if you can see much different. Yeah, so you don't need no more than that. Especially if you're going with the one coat lacquer. It will stick just fine. It will not pull off. Heck, let's even, where's my 1,500 out? We could probably get by a 1,500 on this. We'll do a spot in which the 1,500 feels pretty coarse. Shoot, let me grab my scissors. Sorry. Yes, Simi. Very correct on that. This is out. This here is 1,500 grit. Can you see that? By Tamiya. So I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but see how it sands too? I mean, it pulls it. You don't have to push hard. You know, I mean, yeah, it don't take much. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I apologize if you can't, but even 1,500 is plenty for this, you know. So we'll stick with 1,500. When I sand my bodies, I like to try to get the edge up along that chrome area instead of going straight across it, because then you start knocking that detail down, and next thing you know, that detail ain't there. So sometimes you just got to be a little patient. Trying to save that detail all the time, you know. Yeah, Keith, these sand sponges work great. Yes, Fred. Larger the sand scratches, more the primer needed. But this one ain't getting primed, Fred. We're doing a run just with the color and the clear. I mean, a lot of guys out there, they don't care. They'll do a quick sand, spray it, and they're happy. I mean, you know, you're building for yourself. You're not building for anybody else. You always got to remember that. It's your model. Always build for yourself. Never try to satisfy anybody else, because it just ain't possible. Especially if you know, especially if you're married. We all know this. Or did I say that out loud? Ooh, I missed some bad spot here. Wow, I missed a real bad spot. Wait a second. Let me look before we cut anything off. Okay, never mind. I just see that there's a bad line here. But there is a chrome piece that does go across here, but one side's more sufficient than the other side. So just a second. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, so when I get on the this trim side or body moldings on the side, I don't like to go across them. Next thing you know, the detail starts disappearing. So just take your time, run along it, stay below it. I know, oh, you guys know this stuff. This is pretty basic stuff here. You know, we got younger generations coming up and getting into the model building and stuff. You know, they need to learn some of this stuff. And, you know, our modeling nowadays is getting pretty expensive. So a lot of guys out there like to use the aerosols, which I have nothing against the aerosols. So with me doing what I do, I have access to all the body materials I need. So, but I still like to use my aerosols because there's some nice colors out there in that one coat lacquer and stuff. And Tamiya has a lot of great colors. And then, you know, you get your body emblems here and stuff. You just gotta be careful of them. I know sometimes I sand them down a little too low, but it happens. And we got the fuel cap here, another emblem back here, so we just gotta kind of be careful. Take your time. I am using 1,500 now. So when I spray this, I will put one light coat on first. I'll call it a tack coat. Not really medium wet. And I'll let that sit for a few minutes. and I'll come back with just another coat, and I'll end up putting 3 coats on this body. Maybe 2. Maybe we can get by on 2 on this one. Who knows? We won't be able to paint it tonight, but we'll try. Yeah, so if you guys get your hands on some of these sponge pads, they work really well doing this stuff. You know, getting around these contours and stuff. You don't have to worry about taking too much off. Now we got to get around these window edges and stuff. That's the slow part. Oh, yeah, 2 talls. Yeah, I wasn't planning on building this kit. I just wanted the tubbed out parts, the tubbing parts. Yeah, so just sanding the body is just all about, you know, having a few patience and relaxing and having fun. That's what it's all about, guys. You know, also, popsicle sticks or whatever you want to call them. You can use these. You can cut them in half or whatever. You can wrap sandpaper around them, 600, 800 grit or whatever. And they're nice for doing things with too. I don't use it a lot, but these skews, the round ones, you can wrap paper around them for sanding curves and contours and stuff. And so there's always so many different ways to sand stuff. You know, creative thinking, and you can grab it and make it work. Yes, it is. I mean, a lot of guys, Keith, out there, automotive clear coat, the 2K gets expensive. You need a reducer and the hardener for it. So, and I ain't bagging. I love my 2K clear. Well, it's not mine, but anyways, the 2K clear I use, I love it. It's $35 a quart. It don't have a lot of UV protection, but being inside, you don't need that. So here around the wiper blades and stuff, just gotta be careful. Take your time around them so you don't kill the detail. This is why I like to use finer sandpapers, so you don't have to worry about destroying the detail real fast. Sorry I'm not reading the feed there a lot, guys, or answering any questions. I really apologize. If you guys like this live stream about doing this stuff, I'll be more than happy to do more. Yeah, Fred, when I got on the YouTube here, I never did get the chance to see Chevy Cheeseburger and them. I've seen some of Dr. Cranky's videos, and they're pretty good. That's right, big country. Yeah, KH, that's true. Ask the guy behind the counter at the hobby shop or buy the magazines. The internet has changed so much for modeling or a lot of stuff. You know, I know I'm not reading the feed here, guys. I apologize. I don't know. I probably missed some questions, and I really do apologize. If there's anything you'd like to know that I've missed on here, feel free to leave a comment, and I will do what I can to answer it or share it with you guys. You know, I got pretty well it all sanded. Well, we've been on here what, forever now? 41 minutes. And it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's an AMT kit. You can't expect a lot sometimes with them. Yeah, so if you're not going to prime, use 1,000 grit or 1,500 grit. That'll be plenty coarse enough, especially for the aerosols. Now, I've never tried Rust-Oleum, so I can't speak for it. So I don't know how it is. So I wish I could say something about that. So when I get done to about all my sanding's done, I like to go around where the bare metal foil is going to be. I like to clean that up, try to smooth that out a little bit so we don't have rough areas for the BMF, the bare metal foil. It's kind of odd, you don't think about that, but after you get done painting the body and stuff and you go to put that BMF on, there's some rough edges and stuff. It's not very good for doing that. So. Give me 30 seconds here. I'm going to go rinse this body off in the sink, and I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm back. So as you can see, water really ain't sticking to it very well. Get this stuff out of the way. You know, like I said, check into your, some little hand jeweler files or whatever. Sanding sticks. Go to your local store or whatever, buy some sanding sticks or fingernail file sticks or whatever you guys like to call them. Once you dry the body off, if you look your body over real good, you'll find spots you missed when you sanded. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I'll still do what I can here. I don't know if I get some light on or not. But right through here is a shiny spot, an area I missed, and there is a seam there. I wish I could get. Can you guys see that at all? Well, it's funny when the body was all, the stock looking plastic, kind of shiny, and when you sand it down, now you got your shiny spots showing through. God, I wish I could get. Come on. Well, you guys probably can't see it, but right through there, I missed a big old area of a seam. Same on this side. So after you dry your body off, start looking it over. when you see shiny spots and stuff, it's just an area that wasn't sanded, like I just missed. So I got to fix that. Just a second. Can't leave that. I just went against my own rules of going too many different directions there. Well, this was a bad one. I can't believe I missed that. Wow. It's terrible. I mean, if I was priming this one, it wouldn't have been so bad. I would have caught it then. But since we're not priming this one, get her fixed up here a little bit. I'm going against my rules, but it's pretty heavy there. I can't believe I missed it. Should have put my visor down so I could have seen it, right? Yeah. Cute. Yes, I am using 240 right now, but it'll be all right. She was pretty heavy, so. Wow. Can't believe I did that. All right. Now. Well, since I used 240 on it, I'm going to grab a piece of 600 and take them 240 scratches off of that. Rookie numbers, 41 minutes. Shit. That's funny, Cliff. Hell, a lot of guys on here can build them all in 41 minutes. Not me. So now, since I used 240 sandy stick on it, I'm going to come back with the wet 600 and clean them up a little bit. Then move up to the 1,000 to 1,500. That was a pretty bad area there. Wow, I can't believe I missed it that bad. But that's what I get for talking too much. And like I was saying, you know, I wish I got to get things set up a little bit better because you can't see very well. But as you're sanding, you dry it off, you're going to see, you know, your high, low spots possibly because of the shiny areas. So you just have to go back over here and there. Yes, yeah, Cliff, that's the things you got to kind of work, you know, watch for when you're sanding and prepping the body is some hidden seam lines and stuff like that. So. And if you notice, where's my pointer thing? I don't have a very good pointer thing. And we're getting a glare from the light. Oh, shoot. How do I do this here? But when you're sanding, and you get your, you can't see it, can you guys? But I got a buildup up here from sanding material and the body seam here. Always make sure to clean that out. So watch for that stuff. All right, so the 600 did it good. We're going to hit it with the 1,000 now. I've been in a few magazines too, John. Last one I was in was a couple years ago, which I didn't even know I was in it until somebody told me. I didn't know my model got photographed, so I was really surprised. I don't know if I was in, I think I was in model cars, or maybe I was in scale autos. I ain't for sure, Fred. Thanks, Cliff. Appreciate it. I hope somebody learned something from it, picked something up from it, a trick or whatever. This is what the modeling community is all about, learning from each other. I've learned a lot the last couple of years being part of YouTube. A lot of great guys out there. All right, now I got the fenders fixed finally. What a mess. Let me get them dried off. See, now we're gone. If you guys recalled what was there before, that seam that was running down that side of the fender. And let's see if I can get this up in the camera. Well, shit. But they're gone now. I did have to take some 600 or 240, but yeah, so that's good now. Do another little inspection here on the body. Yeah, so a couple of tricks of the trade is just look for shiny spots, which would, you know, show you that it did get sanded there. All right. Well, guys, that's what I do for prepping my bodies. Now, if I was going to be priming this one, like I said, I would have used 600 on it. But since we're going to go straight rattle can on this one, we will, I got to figure out how to get this camera a little bit better positioning for this stuff. That's why we went with 1,000 and 1,500. We will have, you know, adhesion will be just fine with that. There won't be no issues. But now I'll wash this body again. I will clean up all the door seams, body lines, make sure there's no residue or anything. And then I will re-clean the body with the rubbing alcohol before spraying. So, but that body is prepped and pretty well ready for paint. You know, it's just a quick little thing. Hi, Charlie. I got your gnome, Charlie, buddy. Yeah, don't look at the hair. So, guys, that was just a quick reference for, you know, your basic body preparation, cleaning up seam lines, getting flashing off, just general stuff like that. So, the next video, I'm going to try to get the thing set up a little bit better. Get this over to the booth area, and we'll put color on it and prep and put color on it. I don't know how you guys support your bodies and stuff. I got a couple different ways I do it. I like to tape off the inside of the interior area so you're not blowing stuff through there. That helps with eliminating some dirt and stuff. So, yeah, what's Charlie doing up? It's past 7 o'clock, old guy, old geezer. Get to bed, Hobbit. Hey, old man. Like I say, if you guys, you know, if we need any other information, or if I missed something, or if you guys have got questions on something, feel free to leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer for you. I got a messy screen. Ignore me. There. Clean the dust off that. Thanks, Fred. Carla who? Carla who, Mac? So you guys got any suggestions for anything, or? Computer. I gotta get my lighting fixed somehow. This is crazy. Does that help? Oh, maybe that helped a little bit better. Yeah. Maybe I should have had the computer sticking high in the air. All right, guys, I'm going to call it quits for the night on this. Right? Well, I got plenty of lighting. That thing's brighter than hell. Sometimes it's too bright, Fred. I guess I could turn this one off over here. Did that help? Oh, yeah, we got lots of light. Down here in my little dungeon. Thanks, Cliff. Thanks. You're welcome, John. Thanks for showing up, coming in and saying, checking it out. I hope you learned something or picked something up from my silliness. Get out of the way for knocking over. Tim, I don't know yet. You think we should put color on this tomorrow night, Tim? Thanks for stopping in, Charlie. Appreciate it. Thanks, Big. Yeah, get to bed, Hobbit. Oh, I mean, oops, Mac. Oh, my God. Oh. All right, so maybe about 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll get this in the paint booth and we'll get some color on it if you guys like. Yeah, you need hot milk, all right, Mac. Excuse me. All right. That's the plan then. 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Oh, wait a second. It's Friday. Are we all going to be available on a Friday night? Probably so. Thanks again, Cliff. I won't do none on Monday night, Cliff. What else do I got to do, Mac? Well, you know, Mac. Something more productive than you. All right, guys. I think I'm going to shut this down. It's been an hour. And I hope everybody has a great evening. I appreciate you for stopping in and watching. You know, this YouTube community's a great community. Everybody's awesome on it. This is actually a lot of fun. It might have been 59 minutes too long, Charlie, but you'll get over it. Thanks, Munchkin. Daniel, we'll see you later. All right, guys, I'm shutting it down. Everybody have a great evening. We'll talk at you later now. You guys take care. Be safe. All right, bye. If I can figure out how to do this again. Well, Stevie, we're getting ready to shut down. Sorry about that. All right, later, guys. Bye now.